Hello students, today we will learn about arrays. In the previous lessons you have learned that program data is stored in variables and takes the memory spaces randomly. Different types of variables store different types of data. The variables that are declared using primitive data types can store only one value at a time. For example, if an integer variable x has been assigned a value of 10 and later you wish to assign it a value of 15, then the previous value of 10 is overwritten by 15. Thus, the value of 10 is lost. In real-life scenarios, we often come across situations where we need to store a number of values. Let us consider a situation where we have to make a program which can accept marks of 55 students in a class and calculate their average marks. To solve this problem, if we declare 55 variables to store the marks of students and one variable to store average marks, then it will not only make the program complex but will also make it unmanageable and difficult to work with. Moreover, it will be difficult to remember these 56 variables. If we will carefully analyze this situation, we will find that all data items have the same data type. When we have a set of similar values, then using multiple variables of the same data type is not recommended. For such scenarios, we need some other kind of a storage, that is, arrays. They are just like variables and can store multiple data elements of the same data type. Thus, an array is a named collection of similar elements which are stored at adjacent memory locations. Arrays can store a fixed number of elements under a single name. The total number of values which an array can store is known as the length of an array. The length is defined while declaring an array in the program. Before moving forward, let us first discuss about how do arrays work. The length and the data type of an array is specified at the time of the declaration of an array variable. When a program is compiled, it allocates the required memory to an array. The amount of allocated memory depends upon the number and data type of its elements. The compiler reserves a fixed block of memory for every expected data element in the array. Once an array is declared, it can be initialized anytime by assigning values to it. Every block of memory within the array has a unique address. Using this address, we can assign values to the particular blocks of memory. We can use the same procedure to retrieve values from particular blocks of memory. Concept of index numbers. We already know that an array can store multiple data elements where every element has a unique address. Index numbers are used to refer to each individual element. These index numbers are also termed as subscripts. If an array has n elements, then the index numbers will range from 0 to n-1. Arrays consist of contiguous memory locations. The lowest address belongs to the first element and the highest address belongs to the last element. In the above mentioned example, we can understand that element C is at index number 2, while element E, being the last data member of the array, is at index number 4. This is how the elements are uniquely identified in an array. Let us talk about declaring an array. The method of declaring an array is quite similar to that of declaring a variable. While declaring a variable, we specify a variable name followed by its data type. While declaring an array, we specify the data type, the array name, and the size of that array, that is, the maximum number of elements it can store. Syntax, data type, array name, subscripts, semicolon. Here, type indicates the base type of an array. The base type determines the data type of each element of the array. In a nutshell, the base type indicates the type of values an array will hold. For example, int number bracket semicolon. This statement declares an array named number and base type integer. It means that all elements of the number array will be of type integer. In this declaration, the square brackets indicate that number is an array variable. Here we have not set the size of the array. Hence, number represents an array with no value. To declare number as an array of integers, we need to allocate memory to it. Students, let us understand how to allocate memory to array. Memory is allocated to an array by using a special keyword new. We can create and allocate memory to an array in a single statement. Syntax: data type, array name, square brackets equals to new, data type, size, semicolon. Here type indicates the data type of the array elements and size specifies the maximum number of elements that can be stored in the array. For example, int number square brackets equals to new int, bracket in 10, bracket close, semicolon. While declaring an array, it is very important to assign the size and data type. The elements in the array get automatically initialized to 0. In the above mentioned example, we have created an array with the name number, data type integer and size 10. It means that the number array can store 10 values of type integer. When the statement integer number equals to new integer, bracket in 10, bracket close, semicolon is executed, the compiler initializes all the elements in the array to 0. You can create arrays to store data of different types as given below. Let us talk about dimensions of an array. A dimensional array is a structure created in the memory to represent a number of data type with the help of a single variable. There are 3 dimensions of an array: one-dimensional, two-dimensional, multi-dimensional. Okay students, let us learn about one-dimensional array. A one-dimensional array is a linear list of elements of the same type. The elements in a one-dimensional array are specified by a single subscript. Once an array is created, we can access any element in the array by writing the array name followed by its index number within square brackets. It can be declared as, for example, number bracket in 0 bracket close equals to 101 semicolon. This statement assigns the numeric value 101 to the first element of number array. We use the same syntax to retrieve the values from an array. For example, system.out.println bracket in number, bracket in 3, bracket close, semicolon. Let us understand this through an example. Let us create a program that will demonstrate the use of one-dimensional arrays. The program should declare an integer type array that will store 5 integer elements. The program should also display the value stored in the array. In this program, you can observe that a single array is storing 5 numbers. The program also demonstrates the concept of referring an element by using its index number. Alright, let me tell you about memory representation of one-dimensional array. Single or one-dimensional arrays are essentially used to store information of the same type and in contiguous memory locations. Let us understand this through an example. If we have int array with 4 elements declared as int myClass bracket in 4 bracket close semicolon, then each element in the array myClass will have 4 bytes because the array is of integer type. Suppose the starting memory location of array myClass is 500, then the entire array will be represented in memory as. Okay students, let us learn about initialize array elements during declaration. Arrays can be initialized at the time of declaration. While initializing an array, we pass a list of values separated by commas enclosed in curly braces. In this technique, we do not specify the size of an array while initializing the members. The Java compiler automatically allocates memory depending upon the number of elements given in the curly braces. Such a method provides a better control over memory usage since the memory gets allocated according to the number of elements in the array. Arrays that are created by using the new keyword reserve memory for a specified number of elements. If we do not specify values for all the memory blocks, then the unused memory gets wasted. Hence, to initialize the array at the time of declaration, there is no need to write the new keyword or to specify the size. The general syntax to initialize an array during declaration is syntax data type array name square brackets equal to curly braces in value 1, comma value 2, comma value 3 till comma value n curly braces close semicolon. For example, int number square brackets equals to curly braces in 101, comma 102, comma 103, comma 104, comma 105 curly braces close semicolon. Example: let us create a program that will demonstrate the process of initialization of array elements during declaration. We will create the same array that we created in the last program. The only difference between the programs will be the way the array is declared. Let us learn about accessing array elements using a for loop. The elements in an array are stored in adjacent memory locations. These locations can be referred to using corresponding index numbers. When an array has a large number of elements, it becomes very difficult to write a calling statement for every element. Hence, in such a case, the for loop is used to access the elements of an array. Example: let us create a program that will accept the names of your 5 friends in a string type array. The program will use a for loop to access the elements of this array. Let us talk about runtime error while using arrays. If we specify a wrong index number while referring an element, the Java compiler will raise a runtime error. Specifying an index number that does not fall within the range of that array will raise an array index out of bounds exception. Example 4. Let us create a program that will demonstrate runtime error using arrays. there is number 5 element in the declared array. Hence, the Java compiler raises an error. Alright, let me tell you about array as an argument. An array can be passed as an argument to a function. An array is a valid Java object. When we pass an array as the argument, we actually pass its reference rather than a copy of its value. It means that the compiler receives only one copy of the array, which is used both inside and outside the calling function. Hence, any change made in the value of data elements is reflected in the original array. Let us understand with an example. Let us create a program that will accept 10 integer values from the user and store them in an array. The array will be passed as an argument to the double value function. The function should double the integer values by multiplying each element by 2. We will create another function, display element parenthesis, which will display the elements of the array. The function display element parenthesis should be called twice to demonstrate the change in the values of the array before and after the function call. Import java.io. semicolon class double value curly braces in public void display element bracket in integer array bracket close curly braces in int semicolon for bracket in I equals to 0 semicolon I is smaller than 10 semicolon I plus plus bracket close curly braces in system.out.print bracket in array bracket in I bracket close plus double quote and comma double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close system.out.println bracket in double quote and double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close public void double value bracket in int array bracket close curly braces in inti semicolon for bracket in I equals to 0 semicolon I is smaller than 10 semicolon I plus plus bracket close curly braces in array bracket in I bracket close equals to array bracket in I bracket close plus array bracket in I bracket close semicolon curly braces close curly braces close public static void main bracket in string args bracket close throws IO exception curly braces in int numbers brackets equals to new int bracket in 10 bracket close semicolon input stream reader object equals to new input stream reader bracket in system dot in bracket close semicolon buffered reader object br equals to new buffered reader bracket in object bracket close semicolon inti semicolon for bracket in I equals to 0 semicolon I is smaller than 10 semicolon I plus plus bracket close curly braces in system.out.println bracket in double quote in please enter a number double quote close bracket close semicolon string n equals to object br dot read line parenthesis semicolon int number equals to integer dot % bracket in n bracket close semicolon. The values input by the user are converted into integer type values. Number bracket in I bracket close equals to number semicolon. The values are then assigned to the numbers array. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in single quote and slash f single quote close bracket close semicolon. Double value object d equals to new double value parenthesis semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in the elements of the array before the function call are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. Object dot display elements bracket in numbers bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in double value parenthesis function call full stop double quote close bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon. Object d dot double value bracket in numbers bracket close semicolon. The numbers array is passed as an argument. System.out.println bracket and double quote in the elements of the array after the function call are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. Object D dot display elements bracket and numbers bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close, curly braces close. Okay, students, let us understand how to search an array. Searching for elements in an array refers to the process of finding a particular value of an element. We use the following techniques to search for an element in an array. Linear searching. This is the simplest search mechanism used to search for a value in an array. In this technique, the value which is to be searched is compared one by one with the elements of the array. If the value is present in the array, its position, that is the index number of the element, is returned. Let us understand the concept of linear searching with the help of a diagram. We will try to search the value 40 in an array. Starting from index number 0, the compiler will compare the value with every element of the array. If the value at the first index does not match with the searched value, it will move to the next index number and compare the value. This process will continue until the desired value is found. In the given diagram, we can observe that the value 40 matched with the element is present at index number 3. For example, let us create a program to demonstrate the process of linear search. Import java.io.asterisk semicolon, public class linear search, curly braces in, public static int find element bracket in int array comma int value bracket close, curly braces in int I semicolon, for bracket in I equals to 0 semicolon, I is smaller than 5 semicolon I plus plus bracket close, curly braces in, if bracket in array bracket in I bracket close equals to value bracket close. This condition compares every element of the array with the value to be searched. Curly braces in, return I semicolon, curly braces close, curly braces close, return -1 semicolon, curly braces close. Public static void main bracket in string args bracket close throws IO exception. Curly braces in, int number array square brackets equals to curly braces in 10, 50, 20, 40, 30, curly braces close, semicolon, int find number semicolon, int index number semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in elements of the array are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon, int I semicolon, for bracket in I equals to 0 semicolon, I is smaller than 5 semicolon, I plus plus bracket close, curly braces in, system.out.print bracket in numbers array bracket in I bracket close plus double quote in comma double quote close bracket close semicolon, curly braces close, system.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon. Input stream reader object equals to new input stream reader bracket in system.in bracket close semicolon. Buffered reader object br equals to new buffered reader bracket in object bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in enter the number to be searched in the array double quote close bracket close semicolon. Find number equals to integer dot percent bracket in object br dot readline parenthesis bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon. Index number equals to find element bracket in number array comma find number bracket close semicolon. If bracket in index number is greater than equal to 0 bracket close, curly braces in, System.out.println bracket in double quote in the value double quote close plus find number plus double quote in is present at index number double quote close plus index number plus double quote in full stop double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close else curly braces in system.out.println bracket in find number plus double quote in is not present in the given array full stop double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close curly braces close curly braces close. Binary search. The process of binary search is more efficient and faster than the linear search. The binary search method has a prerequisite, that is, all the elements in the array must be sorted either in an ascending order or descending order. In this technique, we first find the middle element in the array. The middle element is found by calculating the integer average of the first and the last index numbers of the array. Then the value of the middle element is compared with the search value, that is, the value to be searched. Depending upon the result of this comparison, the compiler takes the following actions. If the search value is equal to the middle element, the search value has been traced and is present at the middle index. If the search value is greater than the middle element, then the element lying next to the middle element is treated as the new begin index of the array. The search process will continue after this index. The elements to the left of this new begin index are ignored. The middle index is recalculated. If the search value is smaller than the middle element, then the element before the middle element is treated as the new last index of the array. The elements to the right of this new last index are ignored. In this case also the old index, middle index, is recalculated. Time for fact file. Binary search can work for only sorted arrays, whereas linear search can work for both sorted as well as unsorted arrays. After every step, we get a new trimmed array. In this trimmed array, we will again find the middle value and repeat the above mentioned steps. This process continues till we get the location of the element. If the desired element is not present in the array, we simply say that the element does not exist. Let us understand the binary search mechanism with the help of an example. In the given array, we will try to find the value 60. The given array has been sorted in ascending order. Step 1. Begin index equals to 0. Last index equals to 9. Mid equals to 0 plus 9 divided by 2, that is equal to 4.5, which is equal to 4 as an integer value. The search value 60 is not present in index number 4. Since 60 is greater than the value at the middle index, hence the new begin index will be the element next to the middle element. The elements to the left of this begin index will be ignored. Step 2. New begin index equals to 4 plus 1 equals to 5. Last index equals to 9. New mid equals to bracket in 5 plus 9 bracket close divided by 2 equals to 7. The search value 60 is not present at index number 7. It is also smaller than the middle index value 80. Hence the new last index will be the element before the middle element. The elements to the right of this new last index, including itself, will be invalid for the search. Hence they will be ignored. Step 3. Begin index equals to 5. New last index equals to bracket in 7 minus 1 bracket close equals to 6. New mid equals to bracket in 5 plus 6 bracket close divided by 2 equals to 5.5, which is equal to 5 as an int value bracket close. The new middle index is 5 and the value at middle index matches the search value. Hence, the search value has been traced and is located at index number 5. Let us understand with an example. Let us create a program to demonstrate the functionality of binary search mechanism. Import java.io.*; Public class binary search, curly braces in, public static in find element bracket in int array, comma int array length, comma int value bracket close, curly braces in, int begin equals to 0 semicolon, int end equals to array length minus 1 semicolon, int middle semicolon, int index equals to minus 1 semicolon, while bracket in index equals to minus 1 and bracket in begin smaller than equal to end bracket close, curly braces in mid equals to bracket in begin plus end bracket close /2 semicolon. If bracket in array bracket in mid bracket close equals to value bracket close, curly braces in, index equals to mid semicolon, return index semicolon, curly braces close. Else if bracket in array bracket in mid bracket close smaller than value bracket close, curly braces in, begin equals to mid plus 1 semicolon. The value after the mid value becomes the new beginning index if such value is greater than the mid value. Curly braces close. Else, curly braces in, end equals to mid minus 1 semicolon. The value just before the mid value becomes the new end index if such value is smaller than the mid value. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Return index semicolon, curly braces in, public static void main string args bracket close throws IO exception, curly braces close. int numbers array equals to curly braces in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, curly braces close, semicolon. int find number, semicolon. int index number, semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in elements of the array are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. int j semicolon. For bracket in j equals to 0 semicolon, j is smaller than 10 semicolon, j plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in, system.out.print bracket in numbers array bracket in j bracket close plus double quote in comma double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon. Input stream reader object equals to new input stream reader bracket in system.in bracket close semicolon. Buffered reader object br equals to new buffered reader bracket in object bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in asterisk double quote close bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in enter the number to be searched in the array double quote close bracket close semicolon. Find number equals to integer dot % bracket in object br dot read line parenthesis bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in asterisk double quote close bracket close semicolon. Index number equals to find element bracket in numbers array comma 10 comma find number bracket close semicolon. If bracket in index number equals to minus 1 bracket close, curly braces in, system.out.println bracket in find number plus double quote in is not present in the given array full stop double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. Else, curly braces in, system.out.println bracket in find number plus double quote in is at index number double quote close plus index number plus double quote in full stop double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Students, let us take a quick quiz. If A is an array, then what does system.out.println A print? Alright students, let us talk about sorting an array. Sorting is a process of arranging the elements in ascending or descending order. Numeric elements are sorted on the basis of their values, whereas string or character elements are sorted alphabetically. Strings are compared on the basis of their ASCII values. Hence, comparisons in arrays are case-sensitive. The elements in an array can be sorted using the following techniques. Bubble sort. Bubble sort, exchange sort is a very popular sorting technique in which two adjacent elements are compared and swapped if they are not in the desired order. In a single pass, this comparison takes place between every pair of adjacent elements. Hence, after every pass, an element moves to its proper location, just like an air bubble which moves up in the water and takes its desired position. Let us say we wish to sort an integer array in an ascending order. In every pass, the compiler transverses the complete array from the first index to the last index. While transversing an element in an array is compared to its next element. If the next element is smaller than the previous element, the values get swapped. In this way, the smaller value shifts to the lower index number, while the greater value shifts to the larger index number. In a single pass, this algorithm transfers the complete array until the greatest value shifts to the last index number. In the next pass, the same steps are repeated and the second largest value reaches the second last index position. Thus, in every pass, the largest value settles at its appropriate position in the bottom. Hence, the complete array gets sorted in n1 passes, where n is the number of elements present in the array. If in any of these comparisons it is found that the elements are not in order, the elements are swapped. Let us consider an example of an array of 6 elements 16, 25, 8, 21, 6, 4 with index number 0 to 5. Total elements 6. First pass. Compare, no change. Compare, swap. 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 Largest comes at bottom. After repeating the same process. Second pass. Second largest comes at its appropriate position. Third pass. Third largest comes at its appropriate position. Hence, the sorted list is 4, 6, 8, 16, 21, 25. Example: let us create a program that will sort the elements of an array using the bubble sort technique. Public class bubble sort, curly braces in, public static void sort elements bracket in int array bracket close, curly braces in, int temperature semicolon, for bracket in int I equals to 0 semicolon, I is smaller than 5 minus 1 semicolon, I plus plus bracket close, number of passes, curly braces in, for bracket in int j equals to 0 semicolon, j is smaller than 5 minus I minus 1 semicolon, j plus plus bracket close, number of comparison, curly braces in, if bracket in array bracket in j bracket close is greater than array bracket in j plus 1 bracket close, curly braces in, temperature equals to array bracket in j bracket close semicolon, array bracket in j bracket close equals to array bracket in j plus 1 bracket close semicolon, array bracket in j plus 1 bracket close equals to temperature semicolon, curly braces close, curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote in array elements after pass double quote in plus bracket in I plus 1 bracket close plus double quote close r colon double quote close bracket close semicolon, for bracket in int k equals to 0 semicolon, k is smaller than 5 semicolon, k plus plus bracket close. This loop displays the array elements. Curly braces in, system.out.print bracket in array bracket in k bracket close plus double quote in comma double quote close bracket close semicolon, curly braces close, system.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon, curly braces close, curly braces close. public static void main bracket in string args bracket close, curly braces in int array equals to curly braces in 50, 40, 20, 30, 10, curly braces close, semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in given array elements are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in int I equals to 0 semicolon, I is smaller than 5 semicolon, I plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in system.out.print bracket in array bracket in I bracket close plus double quote and comma double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon. Sort elements bracket in array bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote and sorted array elements are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in int j equals to 0 semicolon, j is smaller than 5 semicolon, j plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in system.out.print bracket in array bracket in j bracket close plus double quote and comma double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote and double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Selection sort. Selection sort is also used to sort the elements in ascending as well as descending order. Let us understand the selection sort technique by sorting the array elements in an ascending order. In the first pass of selection sort, we find the minimum value in the array and swap it with the value stored at index number 0, that is first position. In this manner, the smallest value in the array gets shifted to the first position. In the next pass, we ignore the first index and find the minimum value among the remaining values. The minimum value is then swapped with the value present at index position 1. This process goes on n1 times. The complete array gets sorted in n1 passes. If we want to sort the array in descending order, we will make a small change in the process. Rather than finding the smallest value, we will find and swap the largest value in every pass. Let us understand the process of selection sort diagrammatically. Unsorted array. The smallest value, that is 10, got swapped with the value at index number 0, that is 40. The second smallest value, that is 20, got swapped with the value at index number bracket in 1 bracket close, that is 30. The third smallest value, that is 30, got swapped with the value at index number 2, that is 50. The fourth smallest value, that is 40, got swapped with the value at index number 3, that is 50. Example. Let us create a program that will sort the elements of an array using the selection sort technique. Class selection sort, curly braces in, public static void sort elements bracket in int array bracket close, curly braces in int small index comma minimum value semicolon, int length equals to array dot length semicolon, int temperature semicolon. For bracket in int I equals to 0 semicolon, I is smaller than length minus 1 semicolon, I plus plus bracket close. Only n minus 1 passes are required to sort the array. Curly braces in, small index equals to I semicolon, minimum value equals to array bracket in I bracket close semicolon. For bracket in int j equals to I semicolon, j is smaller than length semicolon, j plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in, if bracket in array bracket in j bracket close is smaller than minimum value bracket close, curly braces in, small index equals to j semicolon, minimum value equals to array bracket in j bracket close semicolon. The change of index number occurs at this point. Curly braces close, curly braces close. If bracket in small index exclamatory mark equals to I bracket close, curly braces in, temperature equals to array bracket in small index bracket close semicolon. array bracket in small index bracket close equals to array bracket in I bracket close semicolon. Array bracket in I bracket close equals to temperature semicolon. Curly braces close. The swapping of values takes place using these statements. System.out.println bracket in single quote in /n single quote close plus double quote in array elements after pass double quote close plus bracket in I plus 1 bracket close plus double quote in r colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in I and t k equals to 0 semicolon, k is smaller than len semicolon, k plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in system.out.print bracket in array bracket in k bracket close plus double quote in comma double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Public static void main bracket in string args bracket close. Curly braces in int array equals to curly braces in 40, 30, 50, 20, 10 curly braces close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in given array elements are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in int I equals to 0 semicolon, I is smaller than 5 semicolon, I plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in system.out.print bracket in array bracket in I bracket close plus double quote in comma double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. Sort elements bracket in array bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in single quote in /n single quote close plus double quote in sorted array elements are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in int j equals to 0 semicolon, j is smaller than 5 semicolon, j plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in system.out.print bracket in array bracket in j bracket close plus double quote in comma double quote close bracket close semicolon. The sorted array elements are displayed one by one using this statement. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Okay students, let us understand this through programming practice. Example: create a program to demonstrate the technique of passing the array as an argument. The program will accept 10 integer values and store them in an array. Further, we will pass this array as an argument to the sum and average parenthesis function. The sum and average parenthesis function will find and display the sum and average of the array elements. Import java.io ** semicolon class array as average. Curly braces in public void sum and average bracket in int array bracket close. Curly braces in float sum equals to 0 semicolon int I semicolon. For bracket in I equals to 0 semicolon, I is smaller than array.len semicolon I plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in sum equals to sum plus array bracket in I bracket close. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote in sum of elements is colon double quote close plus sum bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in average of elements is colon double quote close plus sum divided by 10 bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. Public static void main bracket in string args bracket close throws IO exception. Curly braces in int numbers brackets equals to new int bracket in 10 bracket close semicolon. Input stream reader object sr equals to new input stream reader bracket in system.in bracket close semicolon. Buffered reader object br equals to new buffered reader bracket in object sr bracket close semicolon. Object creation int I semicolon. For bracket in I equals to 0 semicolon, I is smaller than numbers dot length semicolon I plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in system.out.println bracket in double quote in please enter a number double quote close bracket close semicolon. String n equals to object br dot readline parenthesis semicolon int number equals to integer dot parseInt bracket in n bracket close semicolon, converting every value into an integer type value. Numbers bracket in I bracket close equals to number semicolon curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in single quote in slash f single quote close bracket close semicolon flush statement. System.out.println bracket in double quote in elements of the array are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon int j semicolon. For bracket in j equals to 0 semicolon j is smaller than numbers dot length semicolon j plus plus bracket close curly braces in system.out.print bracket in numbers bracket in j bracket close plus double quote in comma double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon array as arg object equals to new array as arg parenthesis semicolon object dot sum and average bracket in numbers bracket close semicolon curly braces close curly braces close. Students, let us know more. When an array object is created with the new operator, its elements are automatically initialized to 0, which is the default initial value for all numeric types. Example: write a program to copy an array. Create a string type array and pass it to the copy function. The copy function will create a duplicate copy of the past array and display the elements of the new array. Class copy array curly braces in string new array brackets equals to new string bracket in 5 bracket close semicolon array declared public void copy bracket in string array bracket close curly braces in int I semicolon for bracket in I equals to 0 semicolon I smaller than array dot length semicolon I plus plus bracket close curly braces in new array bracket in I bracket close equals to array bracket in I bracket close semicolon copying values in the new array curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote in elements of the new array are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon int k semicolon for bracket in k equals to 0 semicolon k is smaller than array dot length semicolon k plus plus bracket close curly braces in system.out.print bracket in new array bracket in k bracket close plus double quote in comma double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close curly braces close public static void main bracket in string args bracket close curly braces in string names brackets equals to curly braces in double quote in Saurabh double quote close comma double quote in Gaurav double quote close comma double quote in Diksha double quote close comma double quote in Nitin double quote close comma double quote in Sakshi double quote close curly braces close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in elements of the names brackets array are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon int j semicolon for bracket in j equals to 0 semicolon j is smaller than names dot length semicolon j plus plus bracket close curly braces in system.out.print bracket in names bracket in j bracket close plus double quote in comma double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close system.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon system.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon copy array object equals to new copy array parenthesis semicolon object dot copy bracket in names bracket close semicolon curly braces close curly braces close Example: create a program to demonstrate the technique of bubble sort. The program will accept 10 integer values from the user and sort them in ascending order. The elements of the array will be displayed after every pass. Import java.io.asterisk semicolon public class bubble sort curly braces in public static void sort elements bracket in int array brackets bracket close curly braces in int temperature semicolon for bracket in int I equals to 0 semicolon I is smaller than array dot length minus 1 semicolon I plus plus bracket close curly braces in for bracket in int j equals to 0 semicolon j smaller than array dot length minus I minus 1 semicolon j plus plus bracket close curly braces in if bracket in array bracket in j bracket close is greater than array bracket in j plus 1 bracket close curly braces in temperature equals to array bracket in j bracket close semicolon array bracket in j bracket close equals to array bracket in j plus 1 bracket close semicolon array bracket in j plus 1 bracket close equals to temperature semicolon curly braces close system.out.println bracket in double quote in array elements after pass double quote close plus bracket in I plus 1 bracket close plus double quote in r colon double quote close bracket close semicolon for bracket in int k equals to 0 semicolon k is smaller than array dot length semicolon k plus plus bracket close curly braces in system.out.print bracket in array bracket in k bracket close plus double quote in comma double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close system.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close public static void main bracket in string args bracket close throws IO exception curly braces in int array brackets equals to new int bracket in 10 bracket close semicolon input stream reader object equals to new input stream reader bracket in system dot in bracket close semicolon buffered reader object br equals to new buffered reader bracket in object bracket close semicolon for bracket in int I equals to 0 semicolon I is smaller than array dot length semicolon I plus plus bracket close curly braces in system.out.println bracket in double quote in please enter a number double quote close bracket close semicolon array bracket in I bracket close equals to integer dot percent bracket in object br dot readline main bracket close semicolon curly braces close system.out.println bracket in single quote and slash f single quote close bracket close semicolon system.out.println bracket in double quote and given array elements are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon for bracket in int k equals to 0 semicolon k is smaller than array dot length semicolon k plus plus bracket close curly braces in system.out.print bracket in array bracket in k bracket close plus double quote and comma double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close system.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon sort elements bracket in array bracket close semicolon system.out.println bracket in double quote and sorted array elements are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon for bracket in int k equals to 0 semicolon k is smaller than array dot length semicolon k plus plus bracket close curly braces in system.out.print bracket in array bracket in k bracket close plus double quote and comma double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close system.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close Example: create a program to demonstrate the technique of selection sort. The program will accept 5 integer values from the user and sort them in ascending order. The elements of the array will be displayed after every pass. Import java.io.* semicolon. Class selection sort, curly braces in, public static void sort elements, int array bracket close, curly braces in, int small index semicolon, int temperature semicolon. For bracket in int I equals to 0 semicolon, I is smaller than 5 minus 1 semicolon, I plus plus bracket close, curly braces in. Small index equals to I semicolon. For bracket in int j equals to I semicolon, j is smaller than 5 semicolon, j plus plus bracket close, curly braces in. If bracket in array bracket in j bracket close is smaller than array bracket in small index bracket close, condition is checked. Curly braces in, small index equals to j semicolon, curly braces close, curly braces close. Temperature equals to array bracket in small index bracket close semicolon. Array bracket in small index bracket close equals to array bracket in I bracket close semicolon. Sorting is done. Array bracket in I bracket close equals to temperature semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in array elements after pass double quote close plus bracket in I plus 1 bracket close plus double quote in R colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in int k equals to 0 semicolon, k is smaller than 5 semicolon, k plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in system.out.print bracket in array bracket in k bracket close plus double quote in comma double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Public static void main bracket in string r bracket close throws IO exception. Curly braces in int array brackets equals to new int bracket in 5 bracket close semicolon. Array is declared. Input stream reader object equals to new input stream reader bracket in system dot in bracket close semicolon. Buffered reader object br equals to new buffered reader bracket in object bracket close semicolon. For bracket in int I equals to 0 semicolon, I is smaller than 5 semicolon, I plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in system.out.println bracket in double quote in please enter a number double quote close bracket close semicolon. Array bracket in I bracket close equals to integer dot percent bracket in object br dot readline parenthesis bracket close semicolon. Each number will be entered in next line. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in single quote in slash f single quote close bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in given array elements are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in int k equals to 0 semicolon, k is smaller than 5 semicolon, k plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in system.out.print bracket in array bracket in k bracket close plus double quote in comma double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon. Sort elements bracket in array bracket close semicolon. Function is called. System.out.println bracket in double quote in sorted array elements are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in int k equals to 0 semicolon, k is smaller than 5 semicolon, k plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in system.out.print bracket in array bracket in k bracket close plus double quote in comma double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Example: create a program to demonstrate the concept of linear search. The program should accept 10 integer values from the user and store them in an integer type array. The program should also accept the value which is to be searched. If the compiler finds the desired value, it should display the index number of that value. Otherwise, it should display a message stating that the value could not be found in the array. Import java.io.* semicolon class linear search curly braces in public static int find element bracket in int array brackets comma int value bracket close function is declared curly braces in int I semicolon for bracket in I equals to 0 semicolon I is smaller than 10 semicolon I plus plus bracket close curly braces in if bracket in array bracket in I bracket close equals to value bracket close curly braces in return I semicolon curly braces close return -1 semicolon curly braces close public static void main bracket in string args bracket close throws IO exception curly braces in int numbers array brackets equals to new int bracket in 10 bracket close semicolon array is declared int find number semicolon int index number semicolon input stream reader object equals to new input stream reader bracket in system dot in bracket close semicolon buffered reader object br equals to new buffered reader bracket in object bracket close semicolon int I semicolon for bracket in I equals to 0 semicolon I is smaller than 10 semicolon I plus plus bracket close curly braces in system.out.println bracket in double quote and please enter a number double quote close bracket close semicolon string n equals to object br dot readline parenthesis semicolon int number equals to integer dot % bracket in n bracket close semicolon numbers array bracket in I bracket close equals to number semicolon curly braces close system.out.println bracket in double quote and double quote close bracket close semicolon system.out.println bracket in double quote and enter the number to be searched in the array double quote close bracket close semicolon find number equals to integer dot % bracket in object br dot readline parenthesis bracket close semicolon system.out.println bracket in single quote and slash f single quote close bracket close semicolon system.out.println bracket in double quote and elements of the array are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon int j semicolon for bracket in j equals to 0 semicolon j is smaller than 10 semicolon j plus plus bracket close curly braces in system.out.print bracket in numbers array bracket in j bracket close plus double quote and comma double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close system.out.println bracket in double quote and double quote close bracket close semicolon index number equals to find element bracket in numbers array comma find number bracket close semicolon if bracket in index number is greater than equal to 0 bracket close curly braces in system.out.println bracket in double quote and the first occurrence of double quote close plus find number plus double quote is at index number double quote close plus index number plus double quote and full stop double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close else curly braces in system.out.println bracket in find number plus double quote is not present in the given array full stop double quote close bracket close semicolon curly braces close curly braces close curly braces close Students, let us know more. Arrays are known as static data structures because the number of elements they can store is fixed at the time of creation. Example: write a program to input 10 numbers into an array and print the sum of perfect, abundant, and deficient numbers separately. If the sum of factors is equal to the number itself, then it is perfect. If it is greater than the number, it is abundant. If it is less than the number, it is deficient. Import java.io. **** class Q6 curly braces in public static void main throws IO exception curly braces in int m brackets equals to new int bracket in 10 bracket close comma x comma y semicolon. Declaring m bracket in 10 bracket close integer array int sop equals to 0 comma soa equals to 0 comma sod equals to 0 semicolon. Initializing to 0 comma sop equals to sum of products comma sod sum of deficient numbers comma soa sum of abundant numbers. Buffered reader br equals to new buffered reader bracket in new input stream reader bracket in system.in bracket close semicolon. Buffered reader object is created. System.out.println bracket in double quote in please enter the 10 numbers double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in x equals to 0 semicolon x is smaller than m dot length semicolon x plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in reading the 10 numbers from the keyboard and storing it in integer array m bracket in 10 bracket close. M bracket in x bracket close equals to integer dot parcel net bracket in br dot readline parenthesis bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. For bracket in x equals to 0 semicolon x is smaller than m dot length semicolon x plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in for each element in the array m bracket in 10 bracket close. int number equals to m bracket in x bracket close comma sof equals to 0 semicolon. For bracket in y equals to 1 semicolon y is smaller than number semicolon y plus plus bracket close. Finding out sum of factors. A factor to a number will always divide number without remainder. Curly braces in if bracket in number percentage y equals to 0 bracket close SOF plus equals to y semicolon. Curly braces close. If bracket in SOF equals to number bracket close SOP plus equals to number semicolon. Else if bracket in SOF is greater than number bracket close SOA plus equals to number semicolon. Else SOD plus equals to number semicolon. SOF is sum of factors. If sum of factors is equal to the number, then it is a perfect number. If it is less than the number, it is a deficient number. If it is more than the number, then it is abundant number. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote in the sum of perfect numbers colon double quote close plus SOP bracket close semicolon. Printing how many numbers are perfect. System.out.println bracket in double quote in then repeat the sum of abundant numbers colon double quote close plus SOA bracket close semicolon. How many are abundant? System.out.println bracket in double quote in the sum of deficient numbers colon double quote close plus SOD bracket close semicolon. How many numbers are deficient? Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Example: write a program on call by reference using arrays. Class call by value reference. Curly braces in public void main. Curly braces in int x equals to 1 semicolon. Int a square bracket close equals to curly braces in 1, 2, 3 curly braces close semicolon. System.out.println bracket and double quote in before call by value, comma x equals to double quote close plus x bracket close semicolon. Call by value, bracket and x bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket and double quote in after call by value, comma x equals to double quote close plus x bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket and double quote in before call by reference, comma a bracket in 0 bracket close equals to double quote close plus a bracket in 0 bracket close semicolon. Call by reference bracket in a bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket and double quote in after call by reference, comma a bracket in 0 bracket close equals to double quote close plus a bracket in 0 bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. Public void call by value bracket in int y bracket close. Curly braces in, curly braces close. Public void call by reference bracket in int y, square brackets bracket close. Curly braces in y, square bracket in 0, square bracket close equals to 11 semicolon. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Example: write a program to input an amount in rupees and display its denomination. Import java.io.asterisk semicolon. Class Q10. Curly braces in. Public static void main throws IO exception. Curly braces in. Buffered reader BR equals to new buffered reader bracket in new input stream reader bracket in system.in bracket close semicolon. System.out.print bracket in double quote and please enter the cash amount colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. int amount equals to integer dot parseInt bracket in br dot readline parenthesis bracket close semicolon. Calculate the array containing denominations. int denomination brackets equals to curly braces in 1000, 500, 100, 50, 20, 10, 5, 2, 1 curly braces close semicolon. Denominator brackets will contain the number of notes in a denomination. int dnmc brackets equals to new int bracket in 9 bracket close semicolon. For bracket in int x equals to 0 semicolon x is smaller than denominator dot length semicolon x plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in. If bracket in amount is greater than denominator bracket in x bracket close curly braces in. Denominator bracket in x bracket close equals to amount slash denominator bracket in x bracket close semicolon. Amount equals to amount percentage denominator bracket in x bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. For bracket in int x equals to 0 semicolon x is smaller than dnmc dot length semicolon x plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in. If bracket in dnmc bracket in x bracket close is greater than 0 bracket close. System.out.println bracket in dnm bracket in x bracket close plus double quote and repeat notes equals to double quote close plus dnmc bracket in x bracket close plus double quote and no dot double quote close bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Example: write a program for an integer array of 10 elements. Sort the first 5 elements in ascending order using bubble sort and second 5 elements in descending order using selection sort. Class sort. Curly braces in. Public static void main parenthesis. Curly braces in. int a brackets equals to curly braces in 2, 4, 1, 6, 5, 3, 7, 6, 9, 12. Curly braces close, semicolon. Int a is declared and initialized. Int n equals to a dot length semicolon. Variable n will store the length of array named a. Int lo1 equals to 0, hi1 equals to bracket in n by 2 bracket close semicolon. Int lo2 equals to n slash 2, hi2 equals to n semicolon. Int x, y, temperature semicolon. For bracket in x equals to lo1 semicolon x is smaller than hi1 minus 1 semicolon x plus bracket close. Curly braces in. For bracket in y equals to lo1 semicolon y is smaller than hi1 minus x minus 1 semicolon y plus bracket close. Curly braces in. If bracket in a bracket in y bracket close is greater than a bracket in y plus 1 bracket close, swaps the values. Curly braces in. Temperature equals to a bracket in y bracket close semicolon. A bracket in y bracket close is equal to a bracket in y plus 1 bracket close semicolon. A bracket in y plus 1 bracket close equals to temperature semicolon. Curly braces close, curly braces close, curly braces close. For bracket in x equals to lo2 semicolon x is smaller than hi2 minus 1 semicolon x plus bracket close. Curly braces in. Int highest equals to a bracket in x bracket close, pos equals to x semicolon. For bracket in y equals to x plus 1 semicolon y is smaller than hi2 semicolon y plus bracket close. Curly braces in. If bracket in a bracket in y bracket close is greater than a bracket in x bracket close, curly braces in. Highest is equal to a bracket in y bracket close semicolon. Pos equals to y semicolon. Curly braces close, curly braces close. If bracket in x exclamatory mark is equal to pos bracket close, curly braces in. Temperature equals to a bracket in x bracket close semicolon. A bracket in x bracket close is equal to a bracket in pos bracket close semicolon. A bracket in pos bracket close is equals to temperature semicolon. Curly braces close, curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote in. The array at the end of the process is colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in x equals to 0 semicolon x is smaller than a dot length semicolon x plus bracket close. Curly braces in. System.out.println bracket in a bracket in x bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close, curly braces close, curly braces close. Example. Write a program to input a decimal number and convert it into binary number. To convert a decimal number to binary, we keep dividing a decimal number by 2 and keep recording the remainder, which will be either 0 or 1, and then print the answer in reverse to get the correct answer. Import java.io.asterisk semicolon. Class decimal underscore bin. Curly braces in. Public static void main bracket in string arg bracket close throws IO exception. Curly braces in. int n, j, m, c equals to 0 semicolon. Buffered reader HP equals to new buffered reader bracket in new input stream reader bracket in system.in bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in input a number double quote close bracket close semicolon. N equals to integer dot % bracket in HP dot read line parenthesis bracket close semicolon. int brackets m1 equals to new int bracket in 10 bracket close semicolon. Array is declared. Do curly braces in. M equals to n %2 semicolon. Converts the decimal number into its binary equivalent. M1 bracket in C bracket close is equals to M semicolon. N equals to n by 2 semicolon. C equals to C plus 1 semicolon. curly braces close, while bracket in n is greater than 0, bracket close, semicolon. For bracket in j equals to c minus 1, semicolon, j is greater than equal to 0, semicolon, j minus bracket close. System.out.print bracket in m1 bracket in j bracket close plus double quote and double quote close bracket close, semicolon, prints the binary value. Curly braces close, curly braces close. Example: write a program to create an array of length 10 and transfer the even numbers into one array and odd numbers into another array. Import java.io.* semicolon. Class br1, curly braces in, public static void main bracket in string arg bracket close throws io exception. Curly braces in, int h comma e equals to 0 comma f equals to 0 semicolon. int a brackets equals to new int bracket in 10 bracket close semicolon. int brackets b equals to new int bracket in 10 bracket close semicolon. int bracket c equals to new int bracket in 10 bracket close semicolon. Buffered reader hp equals to new buffered reader bracket in new input stream reader bracket in system.in bracket close semicolon. For bracket in h equals to 0 semicolon, h is smaller than 10 semicolon, h plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in, system.out.println bracket in double quote in, input a number double quote close bracket close semicolon. A bracket in h bracket close equals to integer dot parseInt bracket in hp dot read line parenthesis bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. For bracket in h equals to 0 semicolon, h is smaller than 10 semicolon, h plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in, if bracket in a bracket in h bracket close %2 equals to 0 bracket close, curly braces in, b bracket in e bracket close is equal to a bracket in h bracket close semicolon, e equals to e plus 1 semicolon, curly braces close, else, curly braces in, c bracket in f bracket close is equal to a bracket in h bracket close semicolon, f equals to f plus 1 semicolon, curly braces close, curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote in even array double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in h equal to 0 semicolon, h is smaller than e semicolon, h plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in, system.out.println bracket in b bracket in h bracket close semicolon, curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote in odd array double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in h equals to 0 semicolon, h is smaller than f semicolon, h plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in, system.out.println bracket in c bracket in h bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close, curly braces close, curly braces close. Students, do you know, when we use a negative number to index an array, Java will issue an array index out of bounds exception and terminate the program. Example: write a program to input 10 numbers into an array and transfer the double-digit numbers into one array and single-digit numbers into another array. Import java.io.* semicolon. Class br1, curly braces in, public static void main bracket in string arg bracket close throws io exception, curly braces in, int h comma e equals to 0 comma f equals to 0 semicolon, int a brackets equals to new int bracket in 10 bracket close semicolon. array A is declared. int b brackets equals to new int bracket in 10 bracket close semicolon. Array B is declared. int c brackets equals to new int bracket in 10 bracket close semicolon. Array C is declared. Buffered reader HP equals to new buffered reader bracket in new input stream reader bracket in system.in bracket close semicolon. For bracket in h equals to 0 semicolon h is smaller than 10 semicolon h plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in system.out.println bracket in double quote and input a number double quote close bracket close semicolon. A bracket in h bracket close is equals to integer dot parseInt bracket in hp dot read line parenthesis bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close. For bracket in h equals to 0 semicolon h is smaller than 10 semicolon h plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in. If bracket in a bracket in h bracket close is greater than equal to 0 and a bracket in h bracket close is smaller than 10 bracket close. Comparing one-digit numbers. Curly braces in. B bracket in e bracket close equals to a bracket in h bracket close semicolon. E equals to e plus 1 semicolon. Curly braces close. If bracket in a bracket in h bracket close is greater than 9 and a bracket in h bracket close is smaller than 100 bracket close. Comparing two-digit numbers. Curly braces in. C bracket in f bracket close is equal to a bracket in h bracket close semicolon. F equals to f plus 1 semicolon. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote in single digit array double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in h equals to 0 semicolon h is smaller than e semicolon h plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in. System.out.println bracket in b bracket in h bracket close semicolon. Displays single digit numbers. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in double quote in double digit array double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in h equals to 0 semicolon h is smaller than f semicolon h plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in. System.out.println bracket in c bracket in h bracket close semicolon. Displays two-digit numbers. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Curly braces close. Example. Using the scanner class, create a program that will read 5 data values entered by a user and store them in a string array. Further, display the strings using this array. Import java.util.scanner semicolon. Class using scanner. Curly braces in. Public static void main bracket in string args bracket close. Curly braces in. String names brackets equals to new string bracket in 5 bracket close semicolon. String array is declared. Scanner OBS equals to new scanner bracket in system.in bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in enter a string bracket in single word only bracket close double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in int I equals to 0 semicolon I is smaller than 5 semicolon I plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in. Names bracket in I bracket close is equal to obs.next main semicolon. Curly braces close. System.out.println bracket in single quote in slash f single quote close bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in the array contains colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. For bracket in int j equals to 0 semicolon j is smaller than 5 semicolon j plus plus bracket close. Curly braces in. System.out.println bracket in j plus 1 bracket close plus double quote in bracket close double quote close plus names bracket in j bracket close semicolon. display strings output using the array. Curly braces close, curly braces close, curly braces close. Example: create a program that will ask the user to enter different types of tokens in a single statement. The program will scan the tokens using various functions of scanner class and store them in corresponding variables types. Import java.util.scanner semicolon public class using scanner curly braces in public static void main bracket in string args bracket close curly braces in string names brackets equals to new string bracket in 5 bracket close semicolon. Array is declared. Scanner data equals to new scanner bracket in system.in bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in enter the tokens in the same order and format as given below. Double quote close bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in string int string double quote close bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in asterisk double quote close bracket close semicolon. System.out.println bracket in double quote in the tokens are colon double quote close bracket close semicolon. String t1 equals to data dot next parenthesis semicolon. String is entered. System.out.println bracket in t1 bracket close semicolon. int t2 equals to data dot next int parenthesis semicolons. Integer is entered. System.out.println bracket in t2 bracket close semicolon. String t3 equals to data dot next parenthesis semicolon. String is entered. System.out.println bracket in t3 bracket close semicolon. Double t4 equals to data dot next double parenthesis semicolon. Double value is entered. System.out.println bracket in t4 bracket close semicolon. String t5 equals to data dot next line parenthesis semicolon. String is entered. System.out.println bracket in t5 bracket close semicolon. Curly braces close, curly braces close. Example: write a function int pel int to receive an integer n as argument and return the nth pel number. A pel number is part of a series which starts with 1 and 2 and the subsequent numbers are the sum of twice of the previous number and the number previous to the previous number. Pel series 1, 2, 5, 12, 29, 70, 169, 408. Pel bracket in 3 bracket close will return 5. Pel bracket in 7 bracket close will return 169. Also write the main to test all these functions. Import java.io.asterisk semicolon public class q9 curly braces in public static int pel bracket in int n bracket close. Pel main function is defined. Curly braces in int a equals to 1, b equals to 2, next equals to 0, semicolon. If bracket in n equals to 1, bracket close, return a semicolon. If bracket in n equals to 2, bracket close, return b semicolon. For bracket in int x equals to 3 semicolon, x is smaller than equal to n semicolon, x plus plus bracket close. curly braces in, next equals to A plus bracket in 2 into B bracket close semicolon, A equals to B semicolon, B equals to next semicolon, curly braces close, return next semicolon, curly braces close, public static void main throws IO exception, curly braces in, buffered reader BR equals to new buffered reader bracket in new input stream reader bracket in system dot in bracket close semicolon, object is created. System dot out dot print bracket in double quote in which bell number do you want question mark double quote close bracket close semicolon. int number equals to integer dot parsing bracket in br dot read line parenthesis bracket close semicolon. int pel number equals to pel bracket in number bracket close semicolon, pel parenthesis function is called. System dot out dot print ln bracket in double quote in the pel number at double quote close plus number plus double quote in location is colon double quote close plus pel number bracket close semicolon. Displays the pel numbers on the screen. Curly braces close, curly braces close. Okay students, let us go through the points at glance of this chapter. An array is a named collection of similar elements which are stored at adjacent memory locations. Every block of memory within the array has a unique address. Using these addresses, we can assign values to a particular blocks of memory. An array is declared by specifying its base type, name and size. Index numbers are used to refer to each individual element. These index numbers are also termed as subscripts. The method of declaring an array is quite similar to that of declaring a variable. The data type of array elements is known as the base type of an array. A dimensional array is a structure created in the memory to represent a number of same type of data with the help of a single variable. Searching for elements in an array refers to the process of finding a particular value of an element. The binary search method has a prerequisite condition, that is, all the elements in the array must be sorted either in the ascending or descending order. The search segment reduces to half at every successive stage. In linear search, the value which is to be searched is compared one by one with the elements of the array. Sorting is the process of arranging the elements in ascending or descending order. In selection sort, the smallest value from the remaining unsorted array is searched for and put it in the sorted array. Likewise, to sort the array in descending order, the largest value is searched for and swapped in every pass. In bubble sort, the adjoining values are compared and exchanged if they are not in proper order. This process is repeated until the entire array is sorted.